Hi everyone, this is Erica back again with another cooking video. Today we'll be making bread pudding. So I'm going to introduce the ingredients. So we have bread. It's best to use stale bread. It's a good way to use stale bread or like the butt or the ears of the bread that you don't really like to eat if it's stale and hard. I have maybe like 3-4 slices worth of bread here. And then honey or sugar or any sweetener if you want. These are the mix-ins. We got raisins, but you can add other fruits. You can add chocolate chips or nuts would be a good option. I have a mixing bowl, measuring cup, and 2 eggs right here. I don't know if you can see that. And then we have our microwavable bowl here. We have our milk, cinnamon, and a big jug of vanilla extract. I don't think you'll have anything like this at home, but so we're gonna start off by adding our cube bread into the microwavable bowl. Cubing the bread would probably make it easier because you have more surface area for the bread to soak up your milk and egg mixture. But honestly, you don't have to because they'll get really tender, so it's gonna end up dissolving on its own anyways. So now we have that, and then we're gonna whisk our eggs in here. So I have 2 eggs. Whisk it with this whisk. Until it's relatively homogenized. And then, so with 2 eggs, to 1 egg, you want about a 1/3 cup of milk. So I have 2 eggs, this is a 2/3 cup, but honestly, I don't think it really matters how much milk you use. As long as the liquid mixture just covers up all the bread that you have. So we'll add 2/3 of a cup of milk right now. Mix it. And then depending on whether it can cover all the bread in the bowl or not, we can just add once. Honestly, very forgiving, which is nice because I am not the best at measuring things. And then I'm gonna add the cinnamon. I personally like a lot of cinnamon, but this is all just to taste. Oopsies, that's a lot. Well, more flavor, the better. So you want to whisk it so that you don't have too many like powdery parts in it because ingesting powder is kind of gross. And then we have honey. This is optional. I have a big sweet tooth, so I might add a bit of honey. You can always add honey after the bread pudding is made to your liking, but I find that adding it to the mixture spreads out the sweetness, which is nice. So normally bread pudding is made in the oven, but this one is a microwavable recipe, which is nice because you don't want to always turn on the oven every time you want to make a snack. And so I'm going to add the vanilla extract. I'm going to be really careful with this because it's huge and you don't want too much. It also tastes really earthy. Okay. That took a lot of control and concentration. So I'm going to put that down there. So the mixture, honestly, even if it's not that mixed, it's okay. Some parts will be more cinnamony than others. So I'm going to add the liquid mixture to our bread. And then I'm going to use this big spoon ladle thing to mix it up. So all the bread gets some of the liquid mixture in. And so you want all of your bread to be wet because the bread soaks up a lot of the liquid. And so that your bread pudding comes out tender and moist, you want more liquid than you think you might need because the microwave will kind of like make it go away. So this is what the texture looks like right now. It's a little mushy. I think we can add a little bit more milk just so that we can get it as tender as possible. So I'm gonna do that. Okay. This is soy milk. We can use any kind of milk that you want, depending on your dietary preferences. I personally like cow milk a lot, but on the occasion that I don't feel like ingesting dairy, almond milk is always a good option as well. So I added a little more soy milk. Oh, there's also oat milk. Oat milk is really good. It's nice and creamy, and it's very similar to cow milk from my experience. So now it's really mushy, and it might look kind of gross, but I swear it will taste good. Okay, so now that we have it a little more wet, we want to add in our mix-ins. So I have raisins today. This is honestly to your preference. Some people really like raisins, some people don't. If I would probably add chocolate chips, those are my favorite. But we have raisins today, so it should be good. So I'm gonna add maybe half this carton. Give it a little mix again, so that you have raisins in every bite of your bread pudding. And so even if you think that you might have added a lot of liquid, like I don't know if you can tell, but the bread has already soaked up most of it, so it's mushy but kind of dry. And so I think this is the consistency that you're looking for. And honestly, as you microwave, you might be able to see if the bread pudding reaches the consistency that you want. And if it doesn't, you can always just add more milk. Pull it in. So I'm gonna go put this in the microwave for a minute. And then after a minute, I'm gonna check on it and then see what the texture is like. And then depending on how it is, I'm gonna do 20 to 30 seconds, short bursts of the microwave, and then try to get it to the consistency we want. So I'll be back soon. Hello, so I am back. I ended up microwaving it for another minute. So microwave it for a total of 2 minutes. And so this is what it looks like. It smells amazing. The cinnamon smells really good. Hint of vanilla and the raisins. So the whole point is you want it to be kind of like you still want it to be a mushy consistency, but no more liquid. So make sure you don't dry it out too much. You might think that you're undercooking it, but if it's dry, it's not too good. So this is what you're looking for. And then you can drizzle more honey on top, maybe add a couple shakes of cinnamon to your liking and customize it. And so this recipe is very forgiving. Honestly, not too many measurements are required, and it's very customizable. Highly recommend. Bye.